Hello, and thank you for purchasing a whip from Smoky Mountain Whips made by me, Blake Gorey. In this video I'm going to talk about how to care for your whip, to take care of it, to crack it, and also how to change the cracker and the fall. Some whips that I make do not have crackers, and some of them don't have falls, so if your whip doesn't have those, then you don't need to watch that part of the video. So first things first, when you first get your whip, it may be stiff, but it will break in and loosen up over time. This is a used broken in whip of mine that I made, and let's see what else. How you want to store your whip is, if yours has a hanging loop, this one does not, but if yours does, you can hang it from something, just like that, your closet. Or you can coil it up and hang it on your wall, or you can coil it up and put it in a drawer. If your whip came with a whip bag, you can keep it in the whip bag. What you don't want to do is store your whip in an overly damp place like a basement or a shed, because the moisture will cause it to get moldy and rot, and we don't want that. So next, what I'd like to talk about is where to crack your whip. I'm standing on grass in my backyard, and it's okay to crack on grass as long as the grass isn't wet. You want to crack on dry grass, because we don't want to get the whip wet, because the whip does not like that. Do not crack on asphalt, cement, gravel, or anything that's going to scratch up the whip, because that's not good. Don't do that. Do not leave your whip out for a dog or a cat to chew on it. That's not good. No bueno. Don't do that. Do not leave your whip in a car for someone to steal it. I personally have not had that happen, but I've known lots of people that have had that happen, and then they come back to me and they're like, someone stole my whip, and I'm like, yeah, you're gonna have to buy another whip, so don't do that. Do not try to take your whip on a plane, or even maybe a train. But definitely planes, they will not let you board the plane with a whip. You're going to have to put it in a checked bag, because it is considered a bludgeoning device. Okay, or strangling device. Even though belts work for that too, but for some reason that's okay. What else? Let's see. Okay, so your whip will come with some snake oil made by me. Snake oil contains natural ingredients that are good for the whip to moisturize it and protect it and make it last as long as possible. You're going to want to apply this twice a year. I apply mine once in the spring and once in the fall. And when I apply it, what I do is I coat the entire whip with it, with your hands, and then I set it in the sun, and the heat helps it absorb into the whip. Obviously don't leave it unattended. A dog might come and eat it, or someone might come steal it, or who knows, so don't do that. Okay, I think that pretty much covered all of the whip care. So what I'm going to do now is talk about how to properly crack a whip. So most people, when they get a whip and they don't know how to use it, they do what I call the wet towel thing, which is like this. And it doesn't really work very good that way, so don't do that. It'll come back and hit you in the hand or in the face or any other part of the body that you don't want to be hit in. So don't do that. Instead, this is the very basic crack that you do with a whip. It's called the cattleman's crack. It's a complete change of direction. You're spinning it backwards, and then when it gets to like right here, 12 o'clock, then you bring it down like that. Let's try that again. You can do that overhead. And another crack is called the, oh shoot, what's it called? Well, I can't remember what it's called, but this is how it goes. Basically, we're just going to go straight out. You can do it from the left side, the right side, above or underneath. But actually, I'm going to do it from this side. Oh yeah, it's called the flick. It's just flick. I don't know why I couldn't remember that. It's very simple. You're just going straight out, so in slow motion. And then the way I do it is my hand is like this, and then it goes like that. So, like that. You can do that overhead or underneath. But typically most people kind of bring it in from an angle, creating an X pattern. Some people call that a Florentine. I don't know. So, I think that covers all of the, oh yeah, there's one more crack that I've seen people do. If there's people behind you, you don't want to hit them, so you can hold it like this, you know, that. Some people like to use it like that. Okay, I think that pretty much covers all the cracking instructions. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to go inside, and I'm going to show you how to change the cracker and the fall.